Shell ruling and some dramatic new testimony taking center stage this last week in the trial of a Utah doctor accused of murdering his wife. Well, first, a judge ruled that the couple's 12-year-old daughter can testify at her father's trial, likely against him. This comes as the doctor's former mistress and family nanny took the witness stand for the first time, called by prosecutors. Take a listen.
I think that was in January of 2006.
And how often were the two of you having sexual relations?
We would see each other about a couple times a month. There were months when we didn't see each other. It was a very casual thing. It was just whenever we had time and it could be arranged.
Okay.
And it was...
Go ahead.
I think we probably had sex half the time. I mean, sometimes it was just lunch.
Just lunch, not sex. Marcellus McCrae joins us, defense attorney, former prosecutor. David Wohl is a defense attorney. David, her name is Gypsy Jillian Willis, the doctor's admitted lover. Is that the motive in the case?
You know, Greg, this has certainly provided motive for murders in the past. The Scott Peterson case is a prime example. But in that case, there was a lot of forensic evidence that bolstered the affair, serving as a motive for murder. In this case, it doesn't exist. I mean, they find the body of this man's wife submerged in a bathtub with her clothes on. Now, if you're going to stage a murder, that doesn't sound like a way that you're going to make it look like a natural accident or suicide. It doesn't really seem to exist in this case. It's an uphill battle for the DA.
You know, Marcellus, Gypsy Willis tried to downplay, as you saw on the witness stand, it's just casual sex, you know, sometimes we had lunch. But the record suggests otherwise, say prosecutors. The time frame for this next bit of testimony we're going to show to our viewers right now is just 1 month before the doctor's wife died. Take a listen.
So in March, you're texting and calling more. You moved to Lehigh that he's providing you housing for. He gives you a credit card. He's helping with schooling. This sounds like a commitment.
Yeah, he's helping.
And Marcella, she spoke on the phone with the defendant twice in the hours before Michelle McNeil was allegedly murdered, and they texted each other 30 times. That's pretty incriminating of the doctor, isn't it?
It is, but, you know, I have to agree that I do think the prosecution has an uphill battle here, and here's the reason why. Jurors have shown time and again that they don't necessarily make the leap that just because someone is allegedly an adulterer, that they're a murderer. And I think the problem for the prosecution is you don't want to present evidence that raises more questions than it answers. Does the guy suddenly wake up and say, I have a wife and a mistress, I need to further complicate my life with a murder trial? In other words, what's the reason to escalate this and to be able to inject all of this? I think that they have a very difficult time trying to prove that.
David,
and
what
it's just
about
not
this?
rational.
What about jurors that, you know, began to hate the defendant for other reasons? You know, the testimony is that these two, the lover and the defendant, are texting each other during the funeral. At the luncheon after the funeral, one of the daughters says he's cracking jokes and laughing about being single. Again, that's his own daughter who sees him do this and testifies against him. I mean, that's not a grieving husband, is it?
Well, he's a cad, certainly, but that doesn't make him a murderer. That same thing happened in Peterson case, although it didn't work in that case. Greg, at the root of the problem for prosecutors in this case is the autopsy. The autopsy said she died of hypertension, of heart-related problems, and of multiple toxicity related to drugs in her system. But it does not say that it's a homicide. It says it's a natural death. That's a killer, so to speak, for the prosecution.
And then you know, Marcellus, the lover moves in with him immediately after the wife dies, plays nanny to the kids, but she's really not taking care of the kids. She's taking care of him, if you know what I mean. The 12-year-old daughter is going to be now giving limited testimony. She was only 6 years old, Marcellus, when she found her mother's body in the bathtub, and her memories have probably been tainted and unduly influenced. Is that a smart move to put her on the stand?
I actually don't think it is a smart move. And I look at her, if I'm the defense, as the gift that keeps giving. The judge has already ruled that her memory's tainted as a result of discussions she had with her sister. The recollection that she has of seeing her mother's body was 6 years ago. The interview that she did with the Justice Center was 4 years ago. And if I'm the defense, I say there's no such thing as partially tainted. you're fully tainted. Does anybody want a big gulp of partially tainted anything?
Yeah.
And then the defense has
yeah.
the ability to say, why do the sympathy ploy of bringing in a baby to come in? And I agree that really the Achilles heel here is it's not just the fact that it doesn't say in the medical report that he killed the wife, the fact that it shifted from natural causes to undetermined. There's too much uncertainty, which equals what? Reasonable doubt.
Yeah,
it's not a good
exactly.
move.
David, 10 seconds. You agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that. And the 12-year-old coming in the stand can only testify. She's limited by the judge to testifying as to what she saw when she discovered her mom in the bathtub. That's no big help to the DA. I see this as a not guilty verdict.
All right, gentlemen, we'll wait and see. Marcellus McRae, David Wohl, two of the best. Thanks for being with us today. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you.
And that's it for now. I'm Greg Jarrett. Thanks for being with us. A Healthy You with Carol Alt is coming up next. Have a great Sunday and a great week coming up, everybody.